Welcome to Afro Initiation. Circumcision was a rite of passage done during harvest seasons for leap years. Cultural element done for boys and girls as a symbol of initiation into adulthood. Circumcision ritual was a must for teens irrespective of willingness or unwillingness. For teens unwilling to be circumcised, they were forced into circumcision or herbs such as charms could be used to create morale. Women were disallowed to circumcise men, though might be accepted to some cultures was against taboos. Is sexual harassment. Erection might occur from female nurses from touches on foreskin. Sometimes anesthesia might fail or expired. Such ceremonies attracted massive gatherings to Olmsted. Sometimes 20 teenagers could have been circumcised on single occasion. Bulls were slaughtered. African beer were made from honey, flour, fruits, or oils. Women played great roles in ceremonies such as cooking, washing, or serving visitors or men, creating socialization and room for sexual behaviors. Circumcision was the greatest African ceremony. Circumcision and burial ceremonies attracted night discourse and excessive drunkenness. Sexual partners or marriage partners were found in such festivals. Girls were kidnapped or eloped into marriages. Girls got pregnancies from such festivals. Fatal fights over sexual partners added fragrance to such ceremonies. Teenagers and adults do fight for lovers. Love belongs to the fittest. Strongest wins love, weakest struggles for romantic survival. Night services are sexual for darkness provides coverage. Circumcision were done at mornings. Sometimes when a boy erected before a cat, sexual union was allowed to ants. Infertility among married men or sexual satisfaction complaints from their wives were also proved by ants. Though African culture criticized direct incest, certain circumstances made incest to be legal among clans. Such scenarios were believed to be triggered by the gods. Some boys could fail to sit immediately after a cut. Refusal to sit was a taboo solved through accepted gifts. Most occasions, boys were given cattle, flock, or piece of land. Sometimes boys could reject materialism. Boy could choose a girl to be his wife after initiation period was over. Choosing a 14-year-old girl to be his wife had to be done to be allowed to sit. Failure could provoke the gods to strike the land with calamities. Sometimes boys were promised dowry for their younger sister to sit. Hence, encouraged teen pregnancies for brothers could broke their sisters into marriage arrangements. After circumcision or initiation period was over, boys over ceremony was or is always conducted to officiate initiated boys into manhood. Apart from materials as gifts, girls were given to them, or those girls who served as their caretakers were allowed into sexual unions to prove their manhood. So girls conceived, girls were married, so boys were allowed to build huts to live on their own. Such huts are used for night clubbing or local discourse, drunkenness, and sexual unions. So there are sexual unions allowed among teens, there are sexual unions disallowed among teens depending on occasions. Some communities circumcise their boys early as below 30 days from birth. Being circumcised below 10 years of age develops partial adulthood. So sexual behaviors from such ages, getting married from such ages, or impregnating a girl from circumcision basis are unchallenged traditions, increasing early marriages and teenage pregnancies. Female circumcision, also known as female genital mutilation (FGM), is getting extinct with modernity. Circumcision was aimed at introducing girls into marital responsibilities. Female circumcision was done for maintaining cultural heritage, initiating girls into womanhood, promoting girls' chances of marriage, promoting hygiene, libido reduction, providing aesthetic appeal, and enhancing fertility. Whether through circumcision or not, girls' over ceremony was done to officially initiate girls into adulthood. During such celebrations, Girls were taken to traditional shrines served by female priests. Old female priests will examine girls from physical appearance, menstrual period, and virginity. Passing the test, their mothers, aunts, and grandmothers will prepare them for initiation ceremony. Girls were lectured teachings concerning womanhood, teaching on sexual education, marriage, housewifery, husbandry, dressing code, pregnancies, childbirth, and parenting. There are different initiation ceremonies among cultures. Young girls were taught grooming or attraction tactics to capture men's attention. Their hair would be painted with colored dyes and their bodies refined with decorations, adorned with ornaments. Such folktales and dances will permeate the night. Grandmothers would lay their bare facts concerning true meaning to be a woman. Such ceremonies were conducted beside the river banks or next to well. Girls would be allowed to bathe, for they were unclean from initiation. Frostia, goddess of virginity, will come physically to bathe with girls and select her maidens. Maidens to be married to other gods, to serve other gods as sexual partners, to entice the gods during calamities, and so sexual brokers are also among the gods. At last day, suitors were invited to select girls for marriage or unions. Girls were tattooed, decorated with different designs, body cuts accompanied by songs and dances. Night discos were allowed. Girls would enjoy drinks, have fun, and good time with men. For girls failing into such ceremonies and as a result of pregnancy or premarital affairs were considered caste, shameful, and disgraceful. To control stigmatization from them, men responsible were invited to cover their mistakes. And tattoo girls were not for unions, conception, or marriages. Parading girls for men was ancient advertisement for marriage. So easy to encounter African prostitutes around the globe. I appreciate your time. This is Emmanuel Sakit and Model of Teenage Pregnancy.